My piece shows the struggle of people who are living with their personal demons that no one else can see. When I was looking for music, I was trying to find an instrumental song that encompassed feelings of both sorrow and aggression. It took me a long time to find a piece of music that fits this criteria, but eventually I found the perfect music. I had all of these ideas and phrases in my head, and I knew exactly what I wanted my dance to look like. To see all of these things outside of my mind and on real dancers was so incredible. The biggest challenge I faced was definitely coming out of my shell and opening up to my dancers. I'm usually pretty quiet, so it was really hard for me to lead a group of my peers and to be their choreographer.
Choreographically, the challenges I've faced have been transitions as well as getting my theme across, because sometimes the more complex themes are a lot harder to incorporate into physical movement. So I had to be careful that my movement was really reflective of the theme, not just movement to fill up time in the music.
And flame, melting those ice hands, an air of mixed feelings beneath fallen ceilings. Seal the gates before what's out is in.
These gloves are really vital to the dance, even though it might not appear that they are in the beginning. But these gloves are the restrictions and the fears and the dancers hiding their true identity from the rest of the world. So when they take the gloves off, that's the transition from being withdrawn and afraid to being confident and outgoing.
We're just a lie away from proving to ourselves we're not afraid.
Your individual identity is more important than anything else you have in the world, and that no matter how afraid you are of being shot down, whether it's because people don't believe in your ability to reach your goals or people disagree with the way you live your life, that it's really you that has to take control.
The theme of my dance is supposed to be romantic. There is a lot of partner work, and I try to encourage my dancers to show the romance between each other. I had troubles actually making up the choreography because when I thought of it in my head, I couldn't actually do it with my own body.
Vai piccino, vai vedrai. Vedrai dove manca la fortuna. Non si va più con il cuore, ma coi piedi sulla luna. Oh mio fanciullo, vedrai, dai vedrai che un sorriso nasconde spesso un gran dolore. Dai vedrai foglia dell'uomo.
Some of the most amazing parts of my piece, I really liked the emotion that my dancers were showing. I have found working with my peers, it was really difficult at first, but near the end we all worked together as a team and made the dance better than it was before.
The hardest part of choreographing a piece for me was coming up with enough material to make a whole dance. Movements don't come naturally to me, but once I had the basic movements done, cleaning and developing the rest of the dance was the most enjoyable and rewarding part. My favorite part of the choreographic process was helping my dancers understand the piece and feel good about the movements, and see the finished product.
Said your last goodbye, I died a little bit inside. I lay in tears in bed.
It's amazing to finally see your finished piece and say, wow, I made that.
Alone without you by my side. But if you loved me, why'd you leave me? Take my body.
My choice of costume was to further develop the idea of two relationships throughout the piece by choosing different color tops in both black and red. It's a more somber piece, and that's why I chose darker colors.
To find somebody, I'll find somebody. You brought out the best of me. A part of me I've never
I hope that at performance time, my dancers will be able to feel comfortable with the piece and emote the message I'm trying to send. I don't care if they make mistakes, I just want them to feel good about doing it.
Our love was made for movie screens. But if you loved me, why'd you leave me? Take my body, take my body. All I want is, and all I need is to find somebody.
My dance is about the reality of sadness in everyday life, how you can sometimes feel completely helpless and unmotivated, but there is always the presence of hope and the potential for happiness underneath everything. I've found translating my personal movement style onto other bodies challenging, realizing that it will not look exactly how I imagined it. I've also struggled with creating enough material for 8 people and a full-length dance. The most amazing part of this process has been watching my dancers evolve from being really shy and timid with the movement to confident dancers that have grasped my quirks and movement qualities, and seeing them bring my ideas to life. I hope that my dancers are confident with what they are doing, and I hope they leave the stage feeling like they've accomplished everything that they could with what they've been given.
The main theme of my piece that I have decided to portray is something that I try to live by in my everyday life. I want people not to get caught up in the bad, negative parts of life, but instead live with the positive thoughts. This can be an extremely difficult thing for some people in today's day and age. Individuals are so hard on themselves that they forget their true beauty and value. These negative aspects of life can hold you back from doing extraordinary things because you feel that something is always holding you back.
Let's take a better look beyond a storybook.
People let these negativities get to them, and it begins to hold them back because their self-worth and values go down, and because of this we begin to doubt the things we can achieve, and we hold back because we feel we aren't good enough. I want the central message to be that if you break free of these things, you can truly achieve anything that you want.
Let's go to sleep with clearer heads and hearts is too big to fit our beds, then maybe we won't feel so alone before we turn to stone. And if you wait for someone else's hand, and you will surely fall down. And if you wait for someone else's hand, you'll say something, I'm giving up on you.
The theme of my dance is about finding the strength within yourself to hold on to someone or something that is important to you. It is about being able to find yourself while struggling to hold on to someone else.
Anywhere I would have followed you. Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I'm feeling so.
This particular music really spoke to me because it is simple, yet it has so much depth and meaning behind it.
My head, I know nothing at all. And I will stumble and fall. I'm still learning to love, just starting to grow.
My biggest challenges have probably been just being able to visualize my dance on stage and seeing the whole finished
Say
product.
something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you.
Overall, the choreographic process has been a lot of fun and has taken lots of work, but it will definitely be worth it.
Say something, I'm giving up on you. And I will swallow my pride. You're the one that I love, and I'm saying goodbye. Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm sorry that I couldn't get to you. And anywhere
I picked the music that I did because it's very dynamic and I think it enhances my theme a lot. There's a lot of different sections in my dance that I wanted to portray, and the music has enough changes in pitch and feeling. I feel like it was easier for me to use a song with a lot of different changes in it so that I could do a lot of different kinds of movement with that. The choreographic process has been very good for me. I've had a lot of fun teaching choreography. It's a really new experience for me to be teaching choreography to especially people my own age.
There's lightning striking all over the world. There's lightning striking all over the world. There's lightning lightning striking all over the world. There's lightning striking all over the world.
I think the most amazing part of the process so far has been seeing my dance finished for the first time. That was truly inspiring because I've never created anything before. I use props in my dance. They're very subtle, but I have 3 parts in my dance where the petals are thrown, and each of those times symbolizes the idea of my theme of emotional abuse.
Run.
My dance is about a group mentality where there's a certain conflict within the group, but when people try to leave and go on their own, they realize that they can't function without each other, and in the end, they're stronger together. Overall, choreographing has been a really interesting and fun experience for me. It's not as scary as I thought it would be, and I've enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I've really enjoyed being able to develop my own sort of style based on choreographing. It's been really cool to discover my own ideas and share my own artistic visions throughout this project. To me, it's most important that they are really happy with how they did, and even if they make a mistake, I just want them to know that they did their best and that they tried really hard and that they worked really, really hard throughout this whole project. I also really hope that the audience has some sort of reaction to it, even if it's not exactly how I feel that they should feel about the dance.